Max is with us in Detroit. Hey, Max, what's up?
Hi, how are you, Mr. Ramsey?
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
Okay, quick thing. My dad and my mother, I had last year, my dad he got sick and he had got lung cancer. So I live in Michigan, so I had been traveling back and forth taking care of my mom and my dad through the chemo. And just past of last January, he just passed away.
I'm sorry.
He did really, oh, thank you. He did really good in the stock market, but when he got sick, we didn't realize till after the death that so much money had been lost through the investments, okay? So I put her back with my aunties and them back in Chicago. That's where originally we're from. Months have, kind of passed, the healing time a little bit. It's kind of easier, but she's been really on me about moving her back to Florida and just quitting my job and just taking care of her.
Okay, so you talked about a series of investments. So is there a lot of money that your parents had?
Well, you know what? When we started, when my dad was talking to me, we was at about $725, but now we're down to $400.
Why?
But they do have because no one took care of the stock market when he got sick.
Well, honey, the stock market hadn't gone in half.
Well, whatever investments he had, it went down. No one took care of it. He was the only.
Who's taking care of it now?
My cousin then took place of it because he's the only one that really kind of was investing in the family.
Why is your cousin taking care of your and your mother's money?
Yeah, Max, this money's going to be gone overnight in a vapor.
I don't know because he was the one who my mom was like, well, Nick knows how to do the stuff in investing and kind of.
How old is your mother?
86.
Yeah. Okay.
We still have the house in Florida. It's fully paid for. But the thing was, I'm in Detroit.
You live in Detroit. What do you do for a living?
Yes. I live at I work at the casino.
Okay.
Do you want to live in Florida?
No, I want to actually go to Texas where my children are. I have all grown children and grandbabies. And my ultimate goal was getting back to Texas. And then this had happened to my dad. And now my mom is by herself. I'm an only child.
Yeah. So here's what your mom needs to do. She needs to call Nick and get her money. And she needs to sit down with you and a good investment broker and put her money to work. The money that the $400,000 will earn for an 86-year-old can hire her someone to help her to help take care of her.
Right. That's what she wanted to do. She's like,
good.
I have some
That's
money.
what she needs to do, and that's not you.
That's what I feel sometimes. But then the whole family's like the only person.
I don't care what the whole family.
They don't
thinks.
get a vote.
Max doesn't want to go.
They don't get a vote, Max. Now, if your mom wants to move with you to Texas, then you can lay that out and say, I'm happy to have you come move in with me in Texas, and we'll hire some skilled nursing or whatever we need at the house. I don't know what taking care of her means. But, Max, all these people
telling you what to do,
living their life, getting to use you like a Nintendo joystick, they don't get to do that. It's not their life. They don't get a vote.
I feel bad.
Why? What'd you do?
Because
What'd you do
I'm
wrong?
an only child.
What'd you do wrong?
But if you invite your mom to Michigan, you've been taking care of your mom. You've been taking care of your dad. You're a parent's dream.
They didn't want to do right. They didn't want to go to Michigan when I said let's go to Michigan.
But that's where their daughter lives.
That's their
and works.
choice. If they want me to take care of them, they have to come where I am.
Yeah, she's a grown-up. She gets to make adult decisions.
She does not get to dictate to you anymore with her mother voice. You are like a grown person, and she's an 86-year-old old woman.
Right.
And she is, trust me, Dave and I talked to enough people, she is beyond the moon that she has raised a daughter with integrity who cares about her family and loves her mom enough to have walked alongside her as she lost her husband and you lost your dad. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But so I want to give you a line, okay?
Your mother tells you what to do by throwing out guilt trips. She's a travel agent for guilt trips, isn't she?
Yes, it works.
All right, I want you to do this.
Why?
I'm taking the plane with her. When she drops it on me, I take the plane with it, and I'm like, oh.
Why don't you say it's not going to work anymore?
I have to get over that part.
All right, Max, I'm going to give you a line, and I want you to tattoo it on your heart, okay?
Okay.
This is not my line. I don't remember who came up with it, but here's what it is. I want you to choose guilt over resentment every time. Because if you don't choose guilt over resentment, you are going to end up hating your mom that she took away moments with your grandbabies from you. And that's not fair to her. That's not fair to you.
Right.
And so I'd rather feel guilty that, hey, I want to be with my kids and my grandbabies, and I want their great-grandma with them, but she's a grown woman. If she chooses Florida over all that, then she chooses Florida over all that.
Yeah, okay. She gets to choose.
Okay.
As long as she's of her right mind, otherwise the court will choose for her. But if she's not
absolutely,
if she's of her right mind, I think she's of her right mind. She's used to getting her way. She's been bossing people around for about 86 years and getting away with it.
And she's probably also wading through that grief, and she's put a leash on you and said, you drag me through this grief in whichever way I want to go. That's not how that works. Not how that works.
Yeah. So, Mom, I love you, and I'll be happy to help you. We're going to get your money. If I'm going to help you, here's the terms. You're going to live in Texas, where I'm moving to be near the grandbabies, and you'll see your great-grandbabies. And we're going to get your money from Nick, and we're going to put it with a professional money manager that will help us and teach us how to create an income so we can hire some help to take care of you while I'm at work. But you can live in my home, and I will love you and take care of you. I am not coming to Florida. If you don't want to do that, those two things, it's okay, Mom. It's your choice. The law says that you are allowed to make your own decisions, and it says I am too. And so I'm going to Texas. Love to have you. Otherwise, I'll come see you in Florida when I got some days off. And if you want me to help you set up some care over there, I will. But I love you, but I'm sorry, I get to choose.
And I want, let's say she does choose Florida, I want your heartbreak to not be that you finally decided that your life had value too. I want your heartbreak to be, my mom chose a retirement village in another state over me and her grandkids and her great-grandkids. That's heartbreaking. That'll break my heart. But that's a total 180 to, it's your job to completely cancel out your life and live wherever she tells you to live and do whatever she tells you to do. Flip that thing around, man. Flip that thing around.
Yeah. She does not have a vote unless you give her one. So take her vote from her on where Max lives. Don't get a vote anymore, Mom. And you don't have to say it out loud, but you can just say it in your mind. Just smile and go, you don't get to decide that now.
And Dave, just the added complexity, sometimes that parent says, well, then you may just not have access to this money then.
Whatever.
And you have to decide, is your soul for sale, right?
Yeah. That's perfectly okay, because apparently I didn't have access to start with it. Nick has it.
Yeah, Nick's got it, the cousin.
Nick the cousin.
Don't let your cousin sell your house or manage your money. Those are new Ramsey rules I just made up.
You just made them up on the spot. Deloney Ramsey rules.
Deloney Ramsey.